Hello, it's Jay. And yeah, it's just me today. This actual file was recorded, this video was recorded sometime last year. And I'm not sure how it happened, but me and Chris were on this video, and you may hear, but somehow the volume of our vocal track was cut down to the point that you could barely hear it. You might hear it coming through a little bit because it breaks through in loudness at a few points, but basically for the first 15 minutes of our recording, for no apparent reason, our vocal audio was just not there. So I've been putting this one off for a long time because I still don't know what to say over this, but I can't just stick the thing up on YouTube without some sort of a commentary on it. So I finally made myself do it, and here I am. It's been pretty quiet on the channel lately, which is, by design, because Chris and I are many miles away from each other, states even, and as per usual, we get together when we can and crank out, or try to crank out enough content to last us long enough, and then I slowly dole it out. That's been how we've been doing it for the last few years, just because, we don't live in the same city anymore. And also, the stream of content has been especially small because I have just recently gone through another level of management training for my job, which had me working a lot of really crazy weird shifts, a lot of 6 a.m. shifts, which is for me a 4:30 a.m. wake-up call, and I've been coming home just exhausted and haven't felt like doing anything on the channel. And I know, it's not like it's physical labor, Jay. It's not like it's actually anything genuinely difficult to do, but it just takes concentration and patience, which sometimes I just am completely out of. So that's why stuff like this video, it's taken this long to get here. And in fact, I think the last actual video, or Final Fantasy video we uploaded was in, 2015 or something? And that was one of the ones that was salvaged from our old channel, where we were actually still capturing with, the old DVD converter thing. Or not DVD converter, but, VHS did, whatever that thing was that we used to capture everything on. A good portion of the Majora's Mask playthrough was uploaded on the old channel like that, and I managed to salvage it, but it looked horrible, so it was a real shame that this first video was the kickoff of our HD version, and it got fucked up. So I guess that's, long story short, why this hasn't gone up. And I'm sure Chris wasn't happy about that, because this is one of his favorite games, and since I was in control of the uploads for Majora's Mask, they went up at a reasonable time, but this one I don't know, it's just been on the back burner, and I apologize to him. Whew. Well, with all that out of the way, what's going on here? We're still on the Squitz's quest. Excuse me, I just had a whole cup of coffee. It's not settling too well with me, but okay. So I'm not going to be able to really give much of any valuable commentary on what's happening. I really kind of need Chris for that. I feel like Final Fantasy has always been something that I've wanted to like, sort of like Metal Gear Solid. I'm not really comparing the two in any capacity beyond, you know, that similarity with me personally. But I don't know what it is. Both this series and Metal Gear Solid, I really like the way it looks. I love all I've heard. You know, all these different factors are really cool, like from music to design to characters, everything. But it has always seemed so daunting to me. And I even own, for example, in regard to Metal Gear Solid, I have almost the whole series, and I haven't beaten one of them yet. In fact, I even own, because of my, I got a PS2 phase that happened a few years ago, I even have some of the original games for PS2, and I've just never played them. I've got all their HD versions, and, you know, they recently had a sale on this game. I think it was on PlayStation Network if you have, what do they call it? PlayStation Plus, yeah. It was like something like less than $10 or something, which for a classic like this is incredible, but I still didn't get it because I don't know what it is. I don't think I could beat one of these games. It's just, turn-based stuff is so bizarre to me. It's so, I don't know. I can respect it from a distance, but I just don't think it's ever going to be something I'm going to be able to get into. And it's not just this game. It has nothing to do with the age of the game. I look at stuff like Final Fantasy 15, which, you know, supposedly the whole series has been in ruin for a long time, and people said that 15 was kind of a return to form, even though it was a very lukewarm one, or the reception was. But even that game, I look at it, and you know, I'm like, all right, this looks cool. There's a lot going on here, but I just can't do it. I just can't do it. Metal Gear Solid's different, though. I have to do Metal Gear Solid. And I'll probably, I guess, even though I just said all this stuff, at some point in my life before I die, I will play Final Fantasy VII to completion, just to say I did it. But I think all that made it special is going to be kind of lost on me with not having had that childhood experience with it that Chris and his brother had. You know, it's not going to be the same way. It's the exact same thing with Majora's Mask, except it's not just a nostalgia thing with Chris. He hates 3D Zelda games. So, I don't know. He still needs to play Breath of the Wild if he ever gets that Switch. Let's see what other items of importance or something. What else could I talk about? I have not given up on New Year Old Republic. I'm gonna finish it before the year's over. I promise. I'm gonna get through Knights of the Old Republic 2. It's just really frustrating that shortly after I started doing my playthrough on my 360, they made it backwards compatible on the Xbox One, which in most cases you can transfer 360 data to a backwards compatible thing on Xbox One, but if it's original Xbox save data, like Xbox original, on a 360 through backwards compatibility, you cannot move that save data. You can move regular 360 game save data to an Xbox One, but not if it's an original Xbox game. Which to me, you know, that's absolutely ridiculous, but that's just how it is. So what's kind of maybe hit a roadblock is it doesn't run super well. Knights of the Republic 2.
Ouch! Wow, shit.
On
gotta go watch The Batman.
There's a lot of
My
weird
favorite
glitches
Batman
and
iteration.
bugs and
Incarnation.
freezing, crashing,
Sure
whatever you
about
want to
the-
call it. And I've fiddled around with it on Xbox One, and it really is running better. Everything from frame rate to just everything. Just there's no weirdness, no audio glitches. So what I'm going to have to do is replay Knights of the Republic 2 up to the point I got to on my 360 on the Xbox One. And that's what's been slowing down my progress. I've had this mental block about going back and actually doing that. Because it is really annoying. What else? We've still got 2 podcasts coming up. But I'm trying to do maybe, one of those a month. Or one to cover each month. But I don't know. I wanted to do, since I've gotten better internet within the past few months, I've been considering doing an actual Twitch stream every now and then. Because I got Rare Replay as in a bundle with my Xbox One, and I never really looked at it. I knew Perfect Dark was on there, but I didn't know they had done a full HD remaster for it. So I don't know. I sold it a long time ago for trade-in credit. And I picked it up recently because I saw it was maybe $10. And I am thinking about doing a Perfect Dark HD stream. Or really just, from time to time popping in with a random old game. It may be one that's, been recently put on an easy-to-stream console or something. I was thinking about doing Destroy All Humans, because I really loved that game when I was a kid on Xbox Original. I think it was on PS2 as well. And I saw both that, the first game and the sequel are available on PlayStation Network, and there was some big PlayStation Plus sale, and they got both of them for a couple bucks. So that was kind of cool. Might do a little bit of that. And I know the big thing everybody's waiting on is Idiot Music Volume 2, which Chris was gracious enough to provide a great intro for me that was inspired by my vision for it. And I'm excited about that. I'm excited to do it. I just have to find the time. I am working 50 hours a week now, so it's kind of tough sometimes to... you have the free time, but you also want your own... I don't know. I don't want to make it sound like this is some tough thing to do, because sitting around and editing videos shouldn't be that hard. But somehow I even get a mental block about that and procrastinate and put it off forever because I'm lazy and just want to sleep all the time, and I don't know. But... like I said, this commentary is probably going to be pretty jarring, because the video that goes up after this is going to be where the actual original commentary that was so low in this first installment came back. The video was not completely botched. It's just the first 15 minutes. Which is just so bizarre to me, because usually things... if they mess up, the whole thing's messed up, or they break in the middle of a recording, and, you got a video with the latter half of it being quiet, but this one was the beginning, so I don't know what happened with the old Elgato. Maybe it was one of my audio devices. I don't know. But we're coming up on the end of this thing here, so I'm going to start wrapping this up. But yeah, everything is good. Trying to finally make myself play Dark Souls 2, which is really bad news, but I'm gonna do it just to say I did, even though Chris is very upset. Okay, I think the audio's coming back. Maybe now we have to break everything down in Star Wars. I can't tell.
It's
elemental almost.
Yeah.
Who knows? Anyway,
good and bad.
See you guys.
Everything's derivative of LucasArts.
Wait, it's still going. Damn it.
Jeez.
Okay, now goodbye. Alright, fade out. Fade out. Right.
If they come out with a nice little
Damn it.
free-
This fucking program I'm using is very misleading. Okay, now the fade out's coming. I promise you guys. I'm gonna quit babbling. 3, 2, 1. Goodbye.